They shook off a tough shot by Carr at the end, and they responded terrifically in overtime and kept believing. So I'm really, really happy for our guys and proud of our guys. You know, they were dealt a difficult situation, and they've responded well. So hopefully this gives us great confidence.
Have you been that effective from three all season, or was this a unique game?
You must not watch us much.
It's hard when you're covering one team,
No.
as you know.
No. We'll take it.
Was there something, were you just getting free looks there in overtime, or was it something that was?
You know, I don't know exactly. I thought we drived and kicked pretty good. You know, I think they're a good defensive team. You know, that's I think a borderline NCAA tournament team, Penn State. Now Reeves being out hurts them certainly, but you know, for our guys, they really, really needed that because this has been difficult for them and for everybody. So it's great to get a win on the road.
You know, I want to give Minnesota credit. They came in and did a great job in the first half. I thought our defense in the first half was not as good as it has been, especially at Nebraska Northwestern when we play at home. It seems our defense is a little bit more tighter, a little bit more energy, a little bit more juice. And Minnesota, Mason was terrific in the first half. Obviously, giving up 41 points is too much for us. And then in the second half, I thought we did a much better job. More our style, 33 points. That's the way it should be. But I was proud. They competed. They got back in the game, took the lead for a second. We did not play our best basketball. And then give Minnesota credit. They caught fire, absolute fire, hitting those 3 threes. Was it 3 or 4? I think it was 3, right? Yeah. So give them credit. They made the big shots in overtime. We made the big plays in overtime against Nebraska. We'll learn from this. We'll get better. We'll get back to work.
Pat, Tony had tied a career high in points, but he also had 30 shots, which was more than Mike and Lamar combined. Can you afford to have him being that much of the offense moving forward?
No, and he knows this, but what I would say is he was aggressive and he was engaged. And I didn't feel like anybody else was really stepping up. So he went to make plays, and I felt like for a stretch there he got hot. He got hot. And then he missed a couple here and there. Then we tried to put it back into Mike. He traveled. So we wanted to play a little bit faster and let him make some decisions. He's getting all the way downhill. He's missing some bunnies. But then he started getting it going a little bit. But for future success for this team, no, it's got to be a lot less than that. It's got to be around that 15 to 18 range. His assists need to go up a little bit, and he needs to make everybody better around him. But I can't fault his aggressiveness, and he was so engaged. He was in attack mode. So, you know, I'll watch the film. I'll see if there was anything that I saw. But as we were calling the offense, I felt like he made the best decisions for the team at that point.
Yeah, I guess my point is, do other guys have to exert themselves more? I mean, if he's feeling the need to take all those shots, do other guys?
I agree, Mark. You know, I felt like you know, a couple guys weren't as engaged as they were in the first half or against Nebraska, and you know, we have to keep attacking and we have to do simple better, especially when a team is shooting as well as they did, especially in the first half. Again, they were 0 for 4 from 3 in the second half. I thought we did our job as far as defending the 3 in the second half. But if you miss shots, that doesn't mean you don't guard, you don't play hard, you don't cut hard, you don't screen hard. You know, again, you know, I don't want to sound like a broken record. We still have sophomores leading us, and they're still trying to figure out how to win, how to punch through. I thought Nebraska was a great growth and learning experience, but obviously we have to keep working with them to teach them every single night you have to compete in this league.
Shep, you guys have had trouble getting back-to-backs wins through the Big Ten season. What do you think has kind of led to that, and how challenging is it not being able to kind of build some momentum?
It's challenging. That's definitely something that we want to do. I think that's the next step for us to get back-to-back wins. Obviously, it's tough in the Big Ten. You know, everybody comes to play. It's a tough game every night. But that's definitely the next step for us.